This is a place.
This is a place?
This is a place. We want to talk about. This is a place.
Welcome to this week's episode of This is a Place podcast. My name is Nate.
My name is Brandon.
And happy National Corned Beef and Cabbage Day.
Oh, that's today, huh?
That's today. And why would that be?
I don't know.
I don't know either. It's a lucky day. It's your lucky day.
Thoughts on corned beef and cabbage?
We're
also joined by Matt, who's not sure what to do with himself.
Oh,
I don't know what to do with
He wants
my
to
hands.
introduce
I was
himself.
going to say it's our listeners' lucky day. The one listener that we have that actually cares about Matt. It's their lucky day.
Shout out to Erica for always making sure Matt comes on the episodes.
Back by popular demand.
Nah, just kidding. We love having you on, Matt. Corned beef and cabbage. Thoughts?
It's good once a year.
Yeah, once, maybe twice a year. It throws you off because it doesn't always like advertise as like a brisket, like corned beef brisket.
Yeah,
and brisket's amazing, but corned beef, it's good.
It's good for what it is. Once a year.
I wouldn't put it in the brisket category.
I did make a brisket last year, and it was pretty good.
Did you?
Yeah.
Okay.
Made on the smoker. It was pretty good.
Oh, but is that the same as what they would eat in?
Dude, who knows if they even eat corned beef and cabbage? I don't think it's even traditional.
True. But you didn't answer my other question. Do you guys like Reuben sandwiches?
Oh,
I love a Reuben. I love a good Reuben. So I guess I do like corned beef, but
I don't know if I've ever had a true Reuben before.
Really? You never been to Arby's? They have the meats.
I have been to Arby's, but I always get the beef and cheddar. I don't get the Reuben.
That's true. I've had the Reuben there a few times. And I'll get every once in a while when I go to like a diner.
Could you call I guess never mind. I was gonna say a traditional Utah burger that classify as a Reuben or a form of a Reuben, but different meat, right? Because that's pastrami. But a Reuben is actually corned beef.
I believe it's corned beef.
Okay.
A true Reuben with like sauerkraut and kind of like a Thousand Island looking dressing they put on it. It's super good.
Okay.
You have a good Reuben, then I'm going to eat it. You give me a good Reuben, I'm going to eat it. So,
Arby's? I've never had one.
Arby's? Wait, Arby's?
We talking about Arby's right now? We're having a shepherd. We're having a shepherd's pie for dinner. No, my wife gave me the choice. Yeah, my wife gave me the choice. She's like, both are good Irish meals. Are they though? Is shepherd's pie an Irish meal?
Probably not. I mean, it's got potatoes. Well, I don't know. We had it for our St. Patrick's Day family dinner at my in-laws on Sunday. And my sister-in-law read a whole thing about shepherd's pie. And I don't know, I guess it sounded pretty Irish, but who knows?
But my thing is, a lot of people that do shepherd pie here, they make it with just beef. And that doesn't make it a true shepherd pie.
Yeah, right? It needs to be mutton or lamb.
Or just lamb, yeah.
Yeah, we definitely had beef with ours. Mutton.
You know that song?
That's from Seinfeld. That's 2 weeks in a row we've got a Seinfeld quote.
So shepherd pie is really from Scotland. It's close enough. They both have fun accents.
Oh, Lost Rolling Hills. That's the third Seinfeld quote.
I'm Scottish.
Oh, yeah?
Yep. That's where redheads are from, is Scotland. There are more redheads from Scotland than Ireland.
That's where my wife's from, too, I think. Yeah. Okay.
It was good talking to you guys.
That was a buzzkill. Oh yeah. Well, do you guys have any outside of eating your lamb pie or corned beef or your Reubens? Do you guys do anything special, especially for your kids? You guys have younger kids. Do you do anything? Does a leprechaun come to visit? Or...
I don't, but we do have a leprechaun come visit. I mean, it's not us. It's an actual leprechaun that comes and leaves stuff in shoes and leaves green footprints in places.
Does he turn the milk green? I know that's a popular thing to do.
I don't know. I mean, we'll just see what happens. It's going to be a surprise for all of us.
I'm the leprechaun.
To me, look like a leprechaun to me. Who all seen the leprechaun say, yeah?
Yeah. I'm going to uproot this tree.
That is one of the greatest YouTube videos.
Yes.
Leprechaun in Mobile, Alabama.
Okay.
Don't be afraid, sir. Don't run away.
Here's an artist rendering of the leprechaun.
If you haven't seen the video, just stop now. Stop listening and watch the video. And then come back to the episode.
It's not ringing any bells.
Oh.
All right.
It's a classic.
Let's stop the podcast. Nate's got to watch the video.
Someday we'll have a studio that we do video podcast, and then we could just all watch the video together.
Boy, do I have a deal for you guys. I've got a studio for you.
Yeah.
You don't have to watch it right now, Nate, but you should watch it at some point. So celebrate. This should be the way you celebrate. It should be mandatory to watch this video on St. Patrick's Day.
Okay. I was going to say, you probably need to send it to me, and you just did, so I appreciate it.
Yeah, I sent it to you.
I'll forget.
But it's 3 minutes long, so we've got too much to talk about.
We don't got time. We're short on time.
We don't got time for that. Ain't nobody got time for that.
Short on time.
Another viral video.
What?
We're just quoting everything today. We're just the king of the quotes today.
That's how we roll.
But it is St. Patrick's Day. Happy St. Patrick's Day. Hey, Patty. Happy St. Patrick's Day.
I got so sick of that. I cannot. And then I started thinking, are they just replaying that clip? Like the way they edit it? Or is he saying that every single time?
He does. He does say it every single time.
Oh.
But what I will say, so Theo Von, we both listen to, Nat and I both listen to Theo Von pretty religiously. And
that's interesting. He used to pop up my feed a lot, and he hasn't popped up.
So like his podcast clips or just stand up or what?
Yeah, a little bit of everything. He's been around for a while, so
yeah,
I like his stuff's pretty funny.
I'd recommend you listen to the podcast, Nate, but I know you're not a podcast guy, but it's a fun one. More fun if you have the video form. I enjoy the video of it. Now available on Spotify. But he had what's that?
Isn't that what we're supposed to be saying? Make sure you download this on anywhere you get your podcast.
Yes.
Is that a famous?
Yeah. Someday when we move into our studio, we'll do video.
Like button.
We'll do video, and you can watch the Leprechaun video along with us. It's going to be a good time. And, maybe for our 7-year anniversary, we can start doing that.
Yes. Goals. Set goals.
But anyway, I'm going to say Theo Von had a Leprechaun or a St. Patrick's Day themed episode, loosely St. Patrick's Day themed episode, but it was still more St. Patrick's Day themed than our topic today.
Good transition.
What are you talking about?
I don't know should I say that? I don't want to be too harsh. Okay. I don't want to be too harsh because I appreciate Castle of Chaos, appreciate what they do, appreciate that they're around, and that they open up at special times of the year for things like this. Yeah. Thank you for doing that.
I was going to say most haunted house attractions in the valley have caught on to the Friday the 13th. I've been doing it for a while. Nightmare on 13th's been doing it for a long time. That they open, and they were open, and feel like. But
it wasn't St. Patrick's Day themed.
We got the ball rolling. Correct. They just opened up on on Friday the 13th, whenever it happened.
Right.
But I feel like we're the ones that should take the credit for doing these themed haunted houses when we talk to Dead City and told him that he should open for every holiday.
Mm-hmm.
Am I wrong? And then all of a sudden they started doing that. So maybe over time, all the other haunted houses will catch on and be more themed when they can. During the month, there's a Friday the 13th. But yes, you are correct. Appreciate them giving it an old lucky try. I don't know what to say.
The old Notre Dame try.
Yes.
Yeah, and I again don't want to be too harsh. I mean, we paid for it, so we have that luxury that we are paying customers and we can be critical of our experience. But where do we start? Let's start with Matt. I know he's just been ants in his pants, dancing around, waiting to talk about this all weekend. So, Matt, what do you want to say?
And he has this big notepad, which I'm sure he has a bunch of notes on it. So,
yep,
let it fly.
No notepad.
Pull it up.
Out of all of us, I think I'm the only one that went to the Dead City Leprechaun Haunt.
Yeah, and
that set the standard for me. You were given a vial of
leprechaun blood.
Something that kept the leprechauns away, and you were also given gold coins to go through the haunt. And there were leprechauns in there that were terrifying and just harassed you the whole time to give them gold. They would not let you buy unless you gave them gold. So there was the aspect of, there was a challenge to it. So it felt very, and it really was pretty creepy. And those leprechauns were really good.
It felt very themed, right? There was very much, it is St. Patrick's Day. That is what we're doing.
Yes. And I don't want to steal your thunder, Brandon. So maybe we should start at when we got to the parking lot and your comment when we saw the scary leprechaun come out.
Yeah. So they did have a walk around leprechaun guy. He was dressed to the nines as a leprechaun. And
except the shoes.
Yeah, except the shoes. Yeah, why didn't he have pointy green shoes? Come on.
That's what the shoes just complete the outfit, man.
Complete the ensemble. But I had some foresight. I had a feeling when I saw him. I'm like, guys, that is the extent of the theming for St. Patrick's Day, and it was just about spot on.
You were wrong, but yes.
Okay, but pretty darn close.
Yeah.
Wrongish.
Wrong.
Or half wrong. Is that what you're saying, Matt?
I mean, Nate, if half wrong, there was 2 instances, and he was one of them. So,
and I think the second instance,
have the other half and make the whole.
Nate, you were ahead of us with the second instance. I don't think you probably didn't even clock it that it was a leprechaun, and he said top of the morning to you or something.
Top of the evening.
But I wasn't sure if that was the same guy. I guess that's
because the first leprechaun that we kept seeing, we saw him at the beginning, and then we saw him twice in the haunt.
Yeah,
walking around.
Well, in the beginning, I felt like we saw. Well, yeah, at the beginning, he was hanging out around us the whole time.
Because that Castle of Chaos, there's you go through a small portion inside, and then you go back outside, and so I think he was kind of in that. I'm in the front, but also in the outside portion, kind of going back and forth. So we did get to see him a little bit later.
Quite a bit.
Yeah.
Quite a bit. So,
but the second leprechaun, I didn't see because it was pretty dark. I couldn't see, but it looked like he was dressed leprechaunish, in green and.
Yeah, it was so dark I can't even tell. I think he had a hat on.
So maybe that's the bigger thing. It's a dark haunted house. How themed can you make it with what you have to work with? Yeah. If you dress everybody in green, can you even tell?
There was a lot of fog. Just add some green lights in there.
Yeah, agreed.
Yeah,
that is a lot to ask though, because the lights are pretty set, right? I mean, if you change out bulbs, that's one thing, but making all the lights green, that is tricky.
Play some audio of a leprechaun laughing throughout the haunt.
Did they I think they had some Irish type music playing at the beginning too. Outside.
I don't remember.
Maybe. Or they could have easily 1 or 2 rooms that are they could have decorated them.
Yeah.
more in St. Patrick's?
So they did I believe they did a Valentine's Day one too, right? I'm pretty sure they had a Valentine's vampire event. Back in February. So that's a month between these two events, right? So in theory, I'll give them some grace because I know it's a lot to do just for a 2-day event, right? A 2-night event.
Right.
That's a lot to revamp and change all sorts of things about your haunted house, get different costumes just for one event. That's a lot to ask, right? So at least they did something. At least they did have 1 or 2 instances of leprechauns or St. Patrick's Day in it. But I would go out on a limb and say maybe if you're going to do a specific holiday event, you need to add a little bit more. Like if you're going to commit to that, you need to commit to it.
I think if we got the exact same experience, but instead of them advertising it as a leprechaun being there, just advertise it as we're open for Friday the 13th. Agreed. And then you show up and you're like, oh, there's a freaking leprechaun here. Are you kidding me? And we would have been excited. I feel like we're being critical right now. Overall, I think we had fun. We had a good time, right?
All right. You could edit this out if you want to, but we did suggest going to Nightmare to the 13th, and we went to Castle of Chaos instead because of the the St. Patrick's Day.
That's true.
That is true.
Well, got us. It worked.
It did. Would we have had more fun at Nightmare?
Yes.
I think it's our favorite, right? We can say that.
Yeah. I like Castle. I think Castle has a few other elements to it that make it fun.
One thing you cannot say against Castle is they don't half-ass anything. Like they're not going to open up just for a day just to say, oh, this is Christmas. This is St. Patrick's Day. They don't do that because I think they don't want to. They know it won't do it justice if they do that. Like they won't even open up for like a Krampus theme after, like Halloween's over and they're done, which, we wish there was more opportunities to go there, but you got to respect that they're.
Which is crazy. For a short period, they were trying to be open year round. Do you guys remember that?
Castle of Chaos?
Yeah.
Castle of Chaos?
They were supposed to be open on the weekends.
Yeah.
Like year round. And I just don't think there's an audience for that.
I don't know if that's tough. I mean, how do you make improvements if you're open up year round? Like you got to have time. And I do feel like there was a little bit of difference between when we went in October and when we went just this past weekend. Like there were some things I noticed differently. Like they probably had that floor drop, but we missed it for whatever reason when we came. Or maybe that was new. Maybe. That was new.
I wonder if that was new. That was fun. I like that a lot.
Yeah.
So I'll give them that. The 2 times I've been, number one, I've never crawled through a floor before. The first time we went there, I did not like that. This time, knowing there was actually, I don't want to ruin it for anybody, but it actually leads somewhere. It was a lot easier going through it, knowing that I knew what was coming up. And then the floor drop thing got me too, because I'm like, oh, what is this? And that was fun too. So hopefully we didn't ruin that for anybody who goes later on. Other than that, it's pretty comparable to some other haunts.
Yeah. I mean, again, it's off season, so there weren't a ton of actors. They had a lot of props that were not out as well. A lot of animatronics that I noticed the first time around that were not there. Probably, because it's in the middle of the season. They have things to work on. So you did miss a little bit of that. Like I could count even just 3 that I remember that I was like, oh, there was something here before, but there wasn't. So that's kind of lame. But again, it's off season. You're kind of going,
yeah.
And you should expect that there's going to be a little bit less of the hype and the attention for actors or for props if you're going in the spring,
You made a comment, Brandon, and I don't know if you were trying to mess with me because I'd never been to Castle of Chaos, or if this goes back to what you're saying where things were missing. Before we went in, you said, this is a really loud haunted house, like really loud. And then we went in there and I was like, this isn't loud. So I didn't know if you were messing with me or
I wasn't.
There were things taken out.
No, there were things from the previous one that were really loud and yeah, that just didn't happen this most recent time. Like I think it was in the kitchen area where when we went last time, Nate, it was like the biggest scare for me. The whole haunted house, the whole through the whole house was there was like a door or something that opened and made this really loud sound, like there was like a ghost or something. Didn't do that when we were there this last time. I don't know if you remember that or not. But like we're leaving the room and then from behind us something made a loud sound and that just didn't happen this time around, which I was okay with. I didn't like it. Yeah. But yeah, it was not as loud as I remember from the previous time.
I will say I love the smell, the scents, the smells, the fog smell.
Were there any other smells other than the fog though?
But I don't think so. But just in general, the smell of a haunted house, they have a scent, even if they're not trying to. It's yeah,
and kind of that.
I loved it.
Musty.
Yep.
Humidity smell.
Basement smell.
Yeah. So it was kind of fun. It made me think of our favorite time of year, Halloween. Yeah. So it was great. It was actually my daughter tagged along.
Her first
outside of Lagoon haunted house. So she was in heaven. So she has nothing to compare it to. So she thought it was great. And I do think it was good. I think it was fun. Anytime you can do a Halloween activity in March, it's going to be a good time. And the fact that it wasn't freezing cold outside was also nice.
Yeah, because you got 2 outside portions in the tour.
When you guys did it in October, Brandon told me that I would like it because it felt a lot like Dead City. And I would say that description was accurate. Like there was just something about the set design. It did feel like Dead City a bit. Whereas I feel like with Nightmare on 13th, those are very elaborate, like almost movie quality sets.
Well, they almost feel like Nightmare feels almost like Universal Studios or Disneyland type feel when you go in there.
But I still love the sets here. A little more DIY.
Yeah. It is a little more DIY. I'd agree with that.
But
which isn't a bad thing.
I loved it. No.
It's a completely different experience. You can't compare the two.
Right. And but I love both.
And again, it's not unique, but just the two areas that reminded me the most of Dead City are the kitchen area was very much reminded me of Dead City, and like when you walk through the clothes, those two things.
Oh yeah.
Like this was, that had its where Dead City maybe took after Castle of Chaos, like kind of borrowed from what they were doing there. Maybe. I don't know.
That's right. What is his name? Tim?
Yeah.
Yeah, Tim, because Tim worked at Castle of Chaos before he started Dead City.
Yeah.
So there was a lot of similar stuff. Yes, going through the closet with clothes. There was one of those at Lagoon this year that was like 2 shirts hanging. I'm like, this is the lamest. If you're gonna do it, add some clothes here.
Make it a whole closet.
Yeah. But yeah, like you said, there weren't a ton of actors, but there was one that got us good. I was right in the middle. I'm not afraid to admit it. I get so scared leading up to these events. And then as soon as I get inside, I'm like, okay, I'm fine again. I can handle this. You see the first scare actor and you're like, yep, it's a teenage, probably in the drama club. And so it's not that scary. But there was one part, we were going down a hallway and I could see that along the hallway, it's a black hallway. I could see that there was a curtain. So I don't remember if I was anticipating it, but I was looking that way knowing somebody could pop out. And that's when the second leprechaun came out. He said, top of the evening to you, and something else, and then backed up. But he got me right in the middle since I was being protected with Brandon and his wife behind me, keeping me safe, and Nate and his family in front of me, keeping me safe. So, but yeah, there were some really cool things in there I liked. There was some really creepy music with like static, and I wish I knew like the name of kind of like a phaser, like guitar pedal, but that music was really creepy. I really liked the room with the strobe light and the chain link fence.
Yeah, that's a pretty good one.
Just filled with fog, so you can barely see in there. So yeah, that was really cool.
I could not imagine working in that room.
That's what I was thinking.
Good heavens.
But I thought about it. The lady had her back turned to the light the whole time.
Oh, did she? Okay.
I think, because when we were walking by her, she was like, go this way. And she's like, you really trust me? But she was facing that way with the light behind her.
Yeah, she scared me once pretty good because I didn't realize. I thought she was just another person walking through.
Yeah.
And then she wasn't. So then that got me pretty good.
We just got lost in that room the first time we went through.
Yeah, we did.
This time I think we did pretty well.
I've got it memorized.
All right.
So if we go again, I know how to get us through.
You'll lead us next time, Matt.
Yeah, it's funny. I told Brandon, I was like, I could have led us through that. And Brandon's like, yeah, well, we're done with the haunt. So of course you'd say that. Well, I'll say it right now for the podcast listeners. You can hold me to this. Listen carefully, Brandon and Nate, to what I'm about to say so we don't have any legal issues with this.
Okay.
Once we get into a haunted house, I am willing to lead. Lead for a little bit. And if I decide like I can't do this, I'm going back. But I'm willing to try it. Brandon,
that was the least committed commitment of all time.
Yeah, because if I said anything else, you guys would be like, you told us you were leading the whole time. And I'd say, roll the tapes. And then I'd get in contact with my lawyer.
Matt, man up. Nate always leads. Nate leads every single time.
He does.
And I appreciate it, Nate.
I appreciate it, Nate. So yeah, once we get in there, I'm like, I'm fine. I can do this. When that first, like I said, that first girl popped out and she was like, oh, and I was like,
okay. I don't know. There was moments in this haunted house. I'm not going to say that it wasn't scary, but it was not as scary as other experiences I've had. I think the one we went to last year was a little more scary than this time. Again, not a ton of actors. Some of the props turned off or weren't working as expected, maybe. So that probably plays into it a little bit, but I didn't feel overly scared at any point during the haunted house.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, neither did I.
I did not either.
Not at all.
No. I get jump scared. I think we talked about before. If you're hiding around the corner and you go boo, I'm definitely going to jump.
Yeah.
And sometimes I sometimes prefer less actors.
Agreed.
Some haunted houses there's like a ton of actors and you're like, come on. It's just
like they keep trying over and over again to scare you.
Too much.
Yeah.
So
sometimes they get you the first time and they can't get you again.
Or they're just up in your face the whole time, but
they try to interact too much.
Yeah. Yeah. So I did think the fellow at the very beginning that kind of gave us what would you call it?
Spill the rules.
He was kind of funny.
Yeah.
And actually know him too, but he did a good job with his improv, I guess you could call it. Told us to find after lecturing us on not to touch the actors and or anything in the haunted house, and then he asked us to touch the chess piece. And he's like, what's the rule?
So when you guys were all leaning over the chessboard, I was like slowly backing up like there's going to be a blast of air or something because everybody's focused leaning into the chessboard. And I'm like,
but I couldn't
here we go.
See the chess pieces. I'm like, which one is I couldn't really see them. So it's just funny. And I'm like, I think it's this one. And then my wife goes to touch it. He goes, what's the rule? And then I liked how he says, high five. And then she does the high five. And he's like, oh, very good.
Yeah.
So,
he did spit in my face. Yeah. He spit in my face and I accepted it. He was just doing his job.
Well, last time we went through.
I think you agreed to that when you signed the waiver. They will spit in your face.
We were doing level 4 last time we went through or something, right, Brandon? Because
I don't know.
Because I remember how he tried to grab me and kidnap me.
Yeah, he put the bag on your head.
Like mask on my face that was like all moist and wet, and I'm like, oh, this is gross. Like, And then he tried to shove me in this tub that could fit like a 5-foot person. I'm like, oh, dude, I'm not going to fit here. I'm too tall. I'm too big for this. So, but other than that, it's been good. Both times have been fun. I like how long. I think it took us like a good 45 minutes to go through the whole haunt. Would you guys say?
It is long.
Yeah,
so
it was nice.
Take a minute to get through instead of like sometimes you pay a bunch of money and then it takes like 10 minutes to go through the. For example, Lagoon. You go through any haunted house in Lagoon, it's going to take you less than 5 minutes to go through the whole haunted house. So, and it used to be that way back in the day, but back then, haunted houses only cost $5 to $10 to go into. Castle Chaos was one of them that was over there in that Taylorsville shopping center parking lot.
Like the former PetSmart or whatever it was.
I feel like that's what it was. I know I went there a few times way back in the day. But yeah, I think it's good. It's still weird to think that's the bowling alley I went to growing up. I can still see the lanes, the balls, the snack bar.
See, that's something they've got a castle section, which is pretty cool. I want them to lean more into the castle theme because it's Castle Chaos, you know.
Right.
But I think they should have a bowling alley section to call back to their roots as a bowling alley. But that's just me. It's just me.
They could easily put some pins hanging from the ceiling.
Yeah.
You got to walk through.
A couple pins, but then some of them are severed heads.
Dude, that would have been a good idea that they kept a bunch of the bowling lanes available. And then while you're waiting in line, you just bowl a few games. And then, all right, you're up next.
That would have been good.
I'm trying to think of my favorite part. Oh, wait. There was a part where I was really creeped out. The room, I don't remember what the room was, but there were 2 mannequins, like clothed mannequins, or like a sheet over them. Those are always, and I assume during full season they have a third person in there.
I don't remember that they do, but that's the thing where I always feel like it's hard to control the line in a haunted house so that you don't have people up against each other, right?
Yeah.
Because that ruins the experience. And I think we did deal with that a little bit more this last time because we had a
it was like
behind
just a couple, 2 people in front of us. And I'm like, move.
Yeah.
Like, I understand having a big group of people and being a little slow, but it was just 2 people. And I'm like, come on, guys.
And then we had a bunch of kids behind us, which was
the kids
group
caught up
the whole
to
time.
us because did they refuse to go through the tunnel?
It wasn't that they refused. I think that it was just taking too long. And so they had them go through the curtain, but they still made them wait. I'm like, well, that just made it so they were right up against us even more.
Yeah. Well, not even that. I don't feel like the analogy would be going golfing, right, Matt? If you go out golfing and I say Matt because Matt golfs a little bit, right? Because he's from Scotland. And you'll get like people behind you are mad at you, but you're like, well, I can only golf as fast as the group in front of us. So I don't feel like we were keeping, we were holding things up. It was really that couple in front of us. I think that was holding things up and jamming things up. So blame them.
Nate, you are a slow walker, and I mean that in a really good way for the haunt. You have a good pace. So we were not speeding through it. We caught up to them like really early. Well, really early in the house.
Well, I even would try when I would see them. I would try to slow down because I wanted you guys to experience whatever I just saw.
Yeah.
But I was kind of frustrated how often we did catch up to them. So,
and it wasn't a super busy night either. Maybe we should have held back and waited a little bit because we had.
But then I felt guilty because those kids were right behind us too, and I'm like, oh, if you let them go ahead of you, then you're waiting even longer. But
yeah.
It is what it is. I mean, it wasn't horrible. The one thing that made me mad was the floor situation. I'm like, we obviously caught up to them in there, and I'm like, well, do we just go in with them? And then probably ruined it more for. I got to experience it full blown. I don't know if did you see anything, Brandon? By the time
I didn't.
Got to it? Okay,
it was a surprise.
Okay, good. I was a little worried that they might have ruined it, but other than that, I don't think there was a whole lot in the haunted house that really ruined it by them being slow. But like you guys said, if there's an actor hiding behind the wall or something, it kind of ruins that element of surprise. And that's really what I get, not scared, but it makes me jump when stuff like that, or the air blows out at your
or the water
face, or the water.
Oh, like I forgot the water.
Startles me, but that's part of the fun, though. I like it.
Yeah, Maddie got hit right in the face with water, and she was like, "No." It was like a alien thing or whatever it was. I don't know.
There was 2 rooms with water. I feel.
Yeah, the spiders too. I think.
Yeah. Yep, got that right in the eye, and you just think. You take in the environment and think like, is that water clean?
I never thought about that. It is probably something to consider.
That water just went right into my eye. Am I going to get some pink eye or something? It's probably fine, but
it's probably just like drinking fountain water.
Totally fine.
Totally fine. But yeah, pretty good. Still fun. We may have our gripes, our things we wish would have been done better, but overall we're still, again, happy to have haunted houses like this we can go to outside of even just the normal course of the Halloween season. It's fun to have the opportunity, not that we're ever going to take every chance to go, but it just all gives fuel for things that we say we wish would be done differently to get us prepared for the day when we have our own haunted house. So we can do everything that we're wanting to see because, that's exactly how it happened. Unlimited resources.
Yeah.
Yeah. We're happy to be, what would you say, a focus group and help advise on how to make things just a little bit better.
Yeah. It's just little small changes.
We critique because we care.
Critique because we care. Which is a good time to announce that we are now starting our 20-week-long series on Lagoon Part 2.
All right.
And Nate has left the chat.
I'm excited. We got, what are we, about a week and a half away from opening day?
Yeah.
So, and I know they were working hard about a month ago on the Nutcracker, what would you say? Not statue, but whatever thing you want to call it that they're going to put in front of the Nutcracker, the big thing. But looks like they're getting pretty close.
They've been testing it.
Fun stuff coming. Thanks, Matt, for coming on. Thank you, Castle Chaos, and hope everyone has a happy St. Patrick's Day. Thank you for listening to This Is a Place podcast.
And this was a place we just talked about.